Hello everyone and welcome to the overview for English 1510, Composition 1, the assignment of Music and Me, body paragraphs, the outline. The drop box for this new assignment is open up here on the side in the upcoming events, Music and Me, body paragraphs, outline. By the time everyone's moving to this part of the assignment, we'll already have had a discussion and partial workshop in class of generating ideas and then putting some of those ideas together for the first step here with the outline. For everybody, you have your final draft of memoir and diagnostic coming up for this particular class right now. The assignment here for this template, I have the Dropbox open until the 19th at 11:30 p.m. Your instructional video that you're watching now will appear here in the Dropbox. Make sure that you guys are looking through the basic assignment guidelines on this. You have 4 different options for picking for your topic for the Music and Me essay. As we discussed before, we're going to be doing something here where we're going to be talking about something in our own particular favorites with as it pertains to music. Specifically, everyone has the option of either explaining your favorite music genre, subgenre, band, or artist. Not all 3. Once you've picked that, in some of the classes we've already done a discussion and completed a bit of a workshop going over the primary assignment details that we'll be including in some of these. Some students actually had most of this completed before we even finished up the last class. Others, you're slightly different in the timeline, so it may still be coming up on the introduction of that portion covering these. Either way, we have the same amount of details that everybody's going to be completing and the same requirements on the assignment piece itself. So we'll be looking at some of those here, and we want to make sure that we're clear on what's required. We're not doing the entirety of the assignment here. This is the body paragraphs as stated. So once each student has selected the topic, you're going to download and fill out the body paragraphs template outline, which is included down at the bottom, much like your other projects so far this semester, where the templates are always included in the drop boxes themselves. When you come to this Dropbox, note that the assignment guidelines are listed here. It includes what's going to be for the drafting stage, the short essay that we're going to be working on between 550 and 750 words. This is roughly a 2 to 2.5 page paper at most. We're working on doing something that's concise. We're going to be focusing on the principle of don't use 2 words when 1 will do. This is going to be a streamlined approach. We don't have to go into an array of different details. We're just giving the basics of what are required. So we're running through one of our own primary topics that we like to talk about, something of our own personal interest, and we're just going through the details of the basic outline components for any type of an essay, and this will give us a low stakes example. This drafting or this part of the drafting stage, or pre-writing stage, includes filling out the outline for this part of the assignment, the outline of body paragraphs. All students must come up with an explicit topic sentence for each body, 5 major supporting details, that would be sentences and complete, and then 3 minor supporting details. So the template is included here in the Dropbox. Everyone will download it. The same instructional guidelines are included on the template itself. Make sure that you've read those over. By this time, everyone will have already picked the topic. Remember that for each one of these body paragraphs below, you're writing in full sentences. You're providing a topic sentence, explicit, meaning that it states exactly what the topic is and can even suggest the subtopics. For instance, on here, you're going to give 5 major supports in each one of these bodies following the topic sentence, and you're going to be able to pick which ones you want to include minor supports, but everyone has to do at least 3 of those in the body. So the first one, in some of the classes we've already discussed some of the directions we're going with these. If you, for instance, picked grunge as a subgenre that you're most interested in, a topic sentence that's explicit for the body, 1 might be along the lines of this. There are a number of characteristics that distinguish grunge rock from other rock and roll subgenres. Now, This is named your topic for the body, being that it's the different characteristics of grunge that distinguish it from other subgenres. And so since characteristics is the primary focal point here, those are going to be the things you focus on for your major supporting details. I have a category here for both the major supports where you're going to give examples of things that distinguish this genre from another one, or if you picked a band or an artist, it would be what characteristics or details distinguish that band from others. If artists, same thing, or an overall genre, same thing. But with the minor supports, everyone only has to pick 3. And here's an example of what we might do with a minor support. If we said one characteristic that distinguishes grunge from some genres might be the unpolished nature of the finished songs. And then, for example, we might put an example here on a minor support saying, in such and such song by so-and-so, this one is notorious for its sound of being an unpolished product. Another detail, and I use here a synonymous term, detail instead of characteristic. You can do either or, but remember you're looking for synonymous terms throughout to be able to describe your topic and its subtopic points to your reader. Here, another detail that sets grunge apart is the forms of tuning commonly used in grunge songs. So this would be another major support. For example, if I'm going to do a minor support in many grunge songs, the top string of the guitar is often drop tuned to D rather than E. That would be an example of one of the other distinct characteristics that sets it apart from other styles of the subgenre. In rock and subgenres in rock and roll. So for each one of these guys, it's pretty straightforward. You give a topic sentence as long as it's one complete one. You're not using my example, you're writing your own. Remember to remove all examples before writing your own. And again, everything must be written in full sentences. Every one of these body paragraph component here, so the template, fill them out in total. Make sure that you remove those samples, guys, and make sure that they're complete. This is step 1 of what's more than likely going to be a 3 or 4 step pre-writing process. Okay? If you have questions, guys, just remember that I'm going to be out of communication for part of the day on Thursday and Friday. I will check messages Friday afternoon or evening, and then I will not be able to check them again until sometime on Monday. There will not be office hours, as I stated before, on Monday. I will be still moving from one place to the next, so won't really be able to go over anything with communication at that time. But once I am back, we'll be able to make sure that anything that gets students still have questions on or anything like that, we'll be able to still work on those in class next Tuesday. All right? Look forward to seeing these. Remember, guys, make them your own. I want to know what your personal interest is, and we want to make sure that we get as many details down here in this component piece as possible, so that when it comes to the time next class, that we can start organizing intro and conclusion pieces, and we can start framing everything for the essay itself. The Dropbox itself is open until Monday at 11:30 p.m. All right? Good luck, guys. Look forward to seeing these.